Today I want to talk about budgeting and a different budgeting method. The next budget method is called the envelope method. Now this is an old school method and it works. You divide cash, you take your money out, take the 4,000 as an example we've been using for when it comes to budgeting method. The $4,000 a month, you take that out, cash, right? And you put in the envelopes for each spending category. Groceries, dining out, entertainment, gas, each gets its own envelope. When the envelope is empty, the spending stops. No exceptions. No transferring over from gas into groceries. None of that. Now, you don't have to use physical cash. Back in the days, it was physical cash and paper envelopes. But today, they have other apps that you can use to run the same system digitally, and using virtual envelopes instead. I've tried this method. I don't like it, but um, each his own. I is I guess it's too restrictive for me because sometimes I might didn't do any entertainment that month, but I needed more food. So this is not one of my favorite methods. I definitely don't like the old school method of carrying around cash. And yeah, but it's one of the easier methods because when that money in that envelope is gone, it's done. It's done. Let's see. Another thing for the envelope method is instead of using actual cash envelopes or using an app to do virtual envelopes, you can also have separate accounts. Now, I've tried that method and I do like that. Every time you get paid, you break out a certain amount and you put into a housing account just for your housing expenses, like your rent, electricities, things that you know you need. So you know if it takes about, let's say on this example, $1,450, you can break that up in two if you get paid bi-weekly, and you put that amount into that account and don't touch it. So at the end of the month, for the next month, you have your rent. It's, and then for transportation, you can do the same thing. You can get like a gift card if you want to, or you can get another account and say, hey, this is for my gas. So once this card is up, I don't have anything else left. Um, Cash App is easy to do that with as well because you can have as many Cash App cards as you want, as long as you use a different email address, stuff like that. So Cash App is really good with that too. I've used Cash App to separate some things sometimes before in the past. So I don't really favor the envelope method as far as having an actual envelope in cash, but I do favor the method of having separate accounts for separate things. Now, out of the six budgeting methods, let's go back through them. We have the 50-30-20 budget method. 50% goes to your needs, 30% goes to your wants, 20% goes to your savings. Then we have the zero-based budget where every single dollar you have goes into a category and you track that down to the penny. Then we have your pay yourself first, where you pay yourself in the savings automatically, and then you pay your fixed bills, and then you spend the rest on whatever you want to spend because you took care of responsibilities. And then you have there's an old school method of the envelope method, where you put your cash into a paper envelope or a virtual envelope. And then once that amount is gone, that's it for that category. And then the old school Dave Ramsey method, seven steps. You do the $1,000 emergency savings fund first, then you pay your bills down, and then you do the 3 to 6 month emergency fund after that, and so forth. And then you have the living your best life anti budget, where you still put in 20% savings, and you pay your fixed bills, and it is what it is for the rest. Now, each budget, you have to figure out what works for you. Sometimes it's good to try all of them. Try them all out and see which one works best for you. A lot of people use a pay yourself together with the 50-30-20 because they're automating their savings. And so they eventually take the guardrails off. So sit back and reflect on which one works best for you. Out of the 6 budget methods, the 50-30-20, the pay yourself first, the anti-budget, the Dave Ramsey, the envelope method, out of all of the budgets, the best budget is the one you're actually going to use. And I want to leave you with one thought. Start simple, build a habit, and adjust as your life changes. Adjust as your life change. Start simple. Pick one method and try just for 30 days. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. And if you want support building a budget that's tailored for your income, your goals, and your life, that's exactly what we do here at Coleman Financial Firm. Our financial coaching services start at $125, and we'll work with you one-on-one to choose the right method, build your budget for you, and help you stay accountable month to month. You can find us at colemanfinancialfirm.com or reach out directly to us to get started. I'd love to help you with any questions you may have. And if you're not sure which method to start with, feel free to come talk to me, and I'm happy to point you in the right direction. No judgments at all. Been there, done it. Now I want to share my wealth of knowledge with everyone.